The uranium deal involving Hillary Clinton. Big news there. The Justice Department has lifted a gag order on an informant in the case. This means that informant can now speak to Congress about it directly. Joining us, Congressman Ron DeSantis, Republican from Florida, and a member of the House Judiciary Committee. Congressman, could you establish for us the significance of this gag order being lifted?
Well, I think it's huge, Stuart. This individual was actually recruited to help lobby for these Russian interests in 2009. He realized very shortly that this was not on the up and up. He immediately went to the FBI, and they made him a confidential informant back in 2009. And that was a year and a half before the Uranium One deal was actually approved by the Obama administration.
So he hasn't. I'm sorry. He's in a position to speak directly to who did what, which Clinton did what with which Russian and which uranium company. He knows firsthand what went on, right?
Well, I think he knows firsthand what the underbrush that was leading to facilitating this deal. I think he's going to say that the Russians were very concerned with currying favor with the Clintons. I think he's going to produce a lot of documents. But we got to bring him in and go through all that. But I think it is going to be significant when he comes in and is able to tell his story free from any constraints.
Okay, we won't reveal his identity, I believe, because there are threats from the Russians, as I understand it. Is that right, sir?
He's concerned for his safety. Yeah. And look, this is almost like a spy novel, but that's just where we are.
Okay, I want to talk about the budget vote today. Now, we're informed by our producer in Washington that the timing of that budget vote may be moved up a little bit, starting maybe around 10:30 this morning, maybe. If that's the case, that sounds like the Republicans in the House, yourself included, are pretty convinced you'll get the 218 votes. Is that right?
I hope so. I think this is something that, the budget, the different areas of it, a lot of it's not even binding. It's not the budget we would have preferred in the House, but we have to have this reality that the Senate has 52 Republicans. It's been very difficult for them to get 50 votes for anything. They were able to pass this budget, which paves the way to do a really significant tax reform. So I think the time is now to pass this budget that the Senate passed so that we can unveil a tax bill, start bringing it through the committee, and then pass it on the House floor in November. If we do that, then I think we're going to be in really good shape.
The consequences of a no vote on the budget would be catastrophic on the Republican Party next year, on the president's growth plan, and the fast track to tax cuts. Catastrophic.
I think that's right. And I mean, look, if people had problems with the budget and they redid it, went to conference, potentially you could still get a budget, but that would happen weeks later. By the time you got your tax bill, we're going into next year. And I think it's important to do the tax bill this year because I want the rate reductions to apply retroactively to January 1st. If we do that, I think that provides a little added oomph in the economy, and I think we'll increase our growth rate.
Do you think you can backdate it to January the 1st, 2017? Because that would be a gigantic boost to the economy with all those huge tax refunds next year.
Oh, yeah, no. Most of the House members are very much interested in doing that, and that's why we want to get this done, this budget done today. Let's roll out the bill next week, have the Ways and Means Committee do their markup, and then let's debate this thing on the House floor. It makes a big difference whether you get this done this year versus early next year.
Got it.
Wow.
Congressman Ron DeSantis, thank you for joining us, sir.